Alright, I've got the Baja 5B, hasn't even been started yet, new straight out of the box, and we're putting some LED driving lights on. Now they don't come like this, but I've cut the wire on purpose, and there's a reason for that. We'll get into that later. But I've just fast forwarded a little bit. Just pull the roll cage up at the front, take out all the pins, okay. And when that's up, you can pull the top of the battery box, receiver box off, and you'll see right down in there is the receiver, and channel 3 is what we want. Now what I've done here, I've taken out the steering servo lead. There it is there, thinking that I was going to sneak the lead here for the driving lights through the same hole. Forget about it. So that's why I've cut these. So what we'll do is we feed this way, so they go through there, and we'll plug that back on onto channel 3, and we'll go from there. Alright, now we've got the lights in, and each light is connected via a JST, and that's the reason for that is that if you have to take the roll cage off, you don't have to take the lights out, just disconnect the JST, and there's one for each side. Now the plug there is somewhere, there it is there. Now that's to go in channel 3. Now if you want the lights on permanently when you turn the buggy on, you need to just connect that straight into channel 3. But if you want it to be controlled by the controller, the channel 3 switch, which is here, you want to control it there, then what you'll need is an RC switch like this. It's just called an RC switch. It's just a glorified relay really, and what you do is you plug that in to channel 3, get the polarity right, and it goes right down in there. I can't do it with one hand, I'll have to turn this off. Okay, I've got this RC switch plugged into channel 3. Now what I've got to do now is just plug it into the lights. There it is there, and it's hard to do, I'll just have to do it. Okay, I've got the RC switch plugged into channel 3 and then plugged into the lights, and as I said, the lights I've cut the wires and put JST connectors so I can take the roll cage off without pulling the lights out. Now we'll just give it a shot. We'll turn the remote on. Okay. Now we'll turn this on. Right, it's on. The lights aren't on. I'll just turn the switch on here. And we'll see what happens. There you go. You can turn them on and off by using the channel 3 switch on the FS-GT3B. If you've gotten anything out of this, that's just great, because this has just been a total nightmare for me. I know it all works. Somehow I've got to get all this crap back into the receiver box there, which shouldn't be a problem. Yeah. Pretty hard to see the lights the way they are because it is the sun shining right on them. But anyway, there it is there. There's a little LED on in there to tell you it's working. It's just a glorified switch. You can see the 3 wires there from the channel 3. There's a signal wire on earth and power, and they obviously control probably a little I don't know, a little transistor that turns the lights on and off. If you didn't have that, you wouldn't be able to use that switch on the remote. So there you go. I'll put it all together and give a little video. All set for the shell to be put on. I wouldn't tuck any of these wires down below because that's where your steering linkages are. I'd keep well away from that, and I think if you just keep them here, maybe put a rubber band around there, I think would be a good idea. Otherwise, yeah, it's really good. Alright. Alright, it's all back together. We'll press the, everything's on. We'll press the channel 3 button. There it is. Off, on. There you go. So if you haven't got the RC switch, it's not going to work. For some people might not want it to work. They might want the lights on permanently. But this is quite handy. It's good for orientation too. Alright. All we need now, we just need a few more stickers, which are on order. And then we need Caleb and Miles to give it a mad thrash after they've done the run-in procedure. Alright, so before I start soldering those JST connectors, you'll see I've put one here into the remote. And I've used a Genzace 450 milliamp hour battery just to take the place of this lot. Pretty simple thing, just undo some screws on the side and just bring the wire out and solder your JST connector, and you're good to go. You only need a battery that size. That'll go for a few days before being needed to be charged. It's got a low voltage alarm of a 9 volts, so you're pretty well forewarned.